Hey everyone, Phil Bailey here, back for another episode of the London, Ontario Real Estate Podcast. We are on episode 24, and this podcast is going to be a special episode. This has been something that I've been chatting with a few people around London about and wanting to really just support local in a bigger way on the podcast. So today on the episode, we're going to have a special episode, and this one is called Phil's Favorites. So this segment of the podcast, we're going to do these from now and again on the podcast, where talk about London and some of the favorite things I have in London, things that I have firsthand knowledge of, things that I really like visiting. So today on the podcast, I have a very, very, very special guest for you today, and let me welcome him. So the first guest I have, I'm very, very excited about for Phil's Favorites. I have Kyle Wyatt from Kyle's Fried Chicken and Barbecue in London, Ontario. Definitely one of my favorites. Kyle, welcome to the London, Ontario Real Estate Podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me.
This is going to be a new segment for the podcast. You are the first one, so you're my guinea pig for the podcast today. I really appreciate you coming on. One of the reasons that I wanted you on the podcast is because we've had lots of great conversation over chicken wings and great beer, of course. And it's something that I think I want to do more of, is kind of just supporting local. So Kyle, tell us really about yourself and your business.
Let's see. I have been cooking for about 17 years. I went to school in Toronto, but I actually grew up in Sault Ste. Marie, so kind of moved from a tiny little city to a big city, and then moved to London about 6 years ago. So I've been, puttering around London, kind of figuring out where everything fit in, and just decided to launch a business here.
Nice. So I know your business because I eat at your business pretty much every single Wednesday of my life, and probably a lot of Fridays as well. But I know you have the chicken and barbecue business. So what is your favorite thing to cook?
Probably at work, definitely brisket. It's a pain in the butt, but if you make it really good, like, people come out for that. People are insane about brisket, so.
Nice. And just so people know too, Kyle, where's your business located in London?
So we're at 45 Pacific Court. So we're right inside Forked River. So there is a storefront that is not for the hot food. That is just for our retail section. That's for our salt and swine products. And that is open here and there. You'll see the hours actually on Google. But we are open Tuesday through Saturday inside Forked River.
Nice. So you can have a great beer and also enjoy some chicken wings like I do quite often. So Kyle, why did you decide to go into that particular business? I know you mentioned, you've been doing this for a very, very long time, in the chef side. So I'm curious about, what was the passion to open Kyle's Fried Chicken and Barbecue?
Well, I've always kind of been like a serial entrepreneur, kind of like figuring out exactly what business I wanted to launch and exactly how I wanted to launch it. And that was kind of one of the goals moving into London, is to kind of develop in the food scene here, and hopefully eventually open something. So, I mean, it's just, barbecue is a natural extension of what I've been doing for the past probably close to 10 years. Actually, my parents commented the other day on one of my posts, "You've come a long way since building a smoker out of our barbecue pit, out of our backyard fire pit." So, it's a bit of a MacGyver, but, going in Toronto, I was basically got involved in the barbecue scene probably about halfway into my career. And I just love the camaraderie. I love the competition of it. I just love, it's approachable, humble food, but you can do it extremely, extremely well.
Yeah, and I know, my wife and I were there the other day. You had a Wagyu beef burger as well, so you're definitely experimenting into different kind of options. And I think that's really cool to kind of see that in London at a place that, like you put it, it's kind of approachable food. Because I know that I can't get behind some of the super fancy food, but you make barbecue as fancy as possible and make me feel great eating it as well. So I appreciate that for sure.
Thank you.
So what's one of the things that you love about London? I know we're doing Phil's Favorites today, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of a segment of this on the podcast, but what's one thing that you really love about London as well to share with our guests?
I think London is one of those cities where, me coming from a smaller town and then going to a bigger city, I love the feel of London. London is kind of like, it's got small town vibes, but it also has this big growth, right? And there's this amazing potential for growth as well. So it's just like you see everything every year, things are getting busier and busier, which isn't always great. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes getting stuck in traffic here is a little frustrating. Not nearly as frustrating as in Toronto on like the 401 or the QEW, but still a little frustrating. But it just has such a great growth potential, and there's still so many outlying communities that are amazing, and you can get away from the city in like 25 minutes. Like it's you're not stuck within the city confines like you are in Toronto, where you have to drive, 45 minutes at least to get out of the city, and then another 45 minutes to another city.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I know a lot of my friends that live in Toronto, it's like they need to escape the city. And I think in London, it's like I feel like I can walk through some of the paths along the river and the Thames Valley Parkway and really be in nature very quickly, within still being in the city of London, which is something I really appreciate. And you're right, the traffic can be annoying, but I mean, compared to Toronto, we're not even in the same universe in my opinion.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So, okay, that's awesome. That's a really good. I love a lot of the same things as you do about London. I know in our chats over the time we've connected on that for sure. So, what is one of your places? Phil's favorites again today. What's one of your favorite places to visit in the city of London?
I mean, I'm going to list two just because if I'm going out for drinks and food, I'm definitely going to Milos. That was like the first place I went here. It was like the eminent craft beer bar in London. And like even before I moved here, people were telling me about it. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll go there. But then I also have to give a huge shout out to Box Lunch Burger Co. at Stormstade, because Dan is just an awesome guy. His burgers are great. And, we have a great friendship. So sometimes he comes and brings me burgers. Sometimes I come and bring him chicken. So you got to check that place out. I mean, you were just there, so I can't tell you to check the place out.
Yeah,
But
to be honest, Kyle, I did that, and I think I need to reach out as well because Sunday I had a burger from there, and it was amazing. We did cut it in half because it was like our second lunch that day, and they offered to cut it in half for me, so they're okay with that without us even asking, because Emily and I were like, we didn't even really want to do that, but they did it. And it was the best afternoon snack I've had in quite a while. And I know it's very different food than what you make, but man, it was great. And also another kind of cool craft brewery food infusion type situation there as
yeah,
well, which I thought was really cool.
well, there's kind of a funny story about that too, because I used to be the chef at Stormstate, and Dan used to work at Fort River, so we've kind of switched places there.
See, this is why in London, folks, you have to be nice to everybody because it's the biggest small town I think that I've visited before, and you definitely want to have that the reputation kind of follows you around for sure. So I appreciate that, and I've definitely ate your food when I was at Stormstade before, Kyle, and I probably didn't even know that it was your food until we kind of connected at Kyle's Fried Chicken and Barbecue, of course. So it's something that I find is really interesting how that kind of follows people around. And I mean, you guys are both making such cool food in London. It's something that it's really interesting to be able to kind of visit that.
There's always 6 degrees of separation in London, right? Like
Yeah.
you know somebody else, their friend. You never know.
It's true. Yeah. And that's something that I try to do with my business too, is try to, keep the reputation as high as possible. Cause I think things like integrity and stuff really do matter because it will follow you around if you don't have that, that's for sure. So Kyle, one of my last questions I want to ask on the podcast today is something that I'm going to try to get the folks on Phil's favorites to answer is, what are you excited about in 2023? Personally, business wise, it could be anything. I'm just kind of curious on what's exciting for you in 2023.
Well, on a huge note, me and Jen are getting married this year, so that's going to be a huge thing for us. We're hoping to, expand the business even more. There are some talks that I can't really say anything about yet, but you'll probably hear something before everybody else does. Let's just leave it at that.
Nice. Well, maybe we can do an exclusive on Phil's favorites in the future, but no, I appreciate that. And honestly, congratulations on being a fiance because I know that I call Kyle a fiance now all the time. It's a Seinfeld reference if you don't know. I believe, or is it Friends? It's Seinfeld, right? I believe it's Seinfeld. Now I'm questioning.
Oh, it's
everything.
Friends. It's
Friends. Darn it. Okay. Well, I failed already on this podcast, but that's okay. I watched during COVID. I watched all of Seinfeld and all of Friends all the way through from start to finish, and then we participated in a trivia night. I believe it was at Anderson's, another craft brewery, and I got destroyed. Like I think I got four right out of like 20, and then someone got like almost all of them, and I realized that I need to watch it more than that, I think, to kind of get going. So I guess that brings us to the end of the Phil's favorites. This is the first guess on Phil's favorites, so you will wear that badge of honor for the rest of your life now, Kyle. And
I'll get it
remember,
sewn on the sweater.
yeah, please sew it on the sweater. Yeah. And just a reminder, Kyle's Fried Chicken and Barbecue, same building as Fort River. Go in there to order the hot food right into the main entrance there. And then, of course, there's also the storefront entry as well that you can get some great gifts. I know I've got some client gifts and some family gifts there as well. So, Kyle, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. This is the London, Ontario Real Estate Podcast. My name is Phil Bailey from HouseSigma in London, and I'm always here to help with all of your real estate needs in the London area. You can visit my new website, www.philbailey.ca. I'll be posting this podcast as well as a blog post on this to follow along for. Hope everyone has a great day and enjoy Phil's favorites first episode.